Good morning everyone. Let us remember, one book, one pen, one child and one teacher can change the world. Teaching is a very noble profession that shapes the character, caliber and future of an individual. A teacher affects eternity and brings out the best in a student. Teachers can change lives with just the right mix of chalk and challenges. World Teachers' Day is held annually on 5th October to celebrate all teachers around the globe. It commemorates the anniversary of the adoption of the 1966 ILO UNESCO Recommendation concerning the status of teachers, which sets benchmarks regarding the rights and responsibilities of teachers and standards for their initial preparation and future education, recruitment, employment and teaching and learning conditions. I take privilege in wishing all our mentors in the school and across the globe a very happy World Teachers' Day. I am I2OR, serving as an organizing committee member for I2OR World Teachers Awards 2021. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome one and all to this virtual ceremony being organized on the auspicious occasion of World Teachers' Day by International Institute of Organized Research I2OR India, which is a registered MSME with Ministry of MSME, Government of India. I2OR is recognizing the remarkable contribution by our esteemed teachers on the propitious occasion of World Teachers' Day 2021. On behalf of Organizing Committee, I would like to invite Professor Nada from Croatia to deliver keynote speech on teaching excellence in 21st century.
Good evening, greetings from Croatia. My name is Nada Ratkovic and I'm a professor, mentor in high school, vet school Ban Josip Jelačić Sinj. I'm a professor and faculty of Economics, Business, Tourism and Split. And also, I'm a board member of International Internship University. Thank you, International Institute of Organized Research, for giving me this big opportunity to be a keynote speaker on World Teachers' Day. My topic is Teaching Excellence in 21st Century. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Yes, all of us professors here today and all around the world wants to make and bring a positive change through education. Today, I will talk about learning. Learning is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears and never regrets. Fourth Industrial Revolution, technology progress, robots, machines, STEM, artificial intelligence. But first I want to start with the power of positive emotions. All of us around the world working in any field, and if we want to be successful and if we want to work, we must have a balance of mind and body. That is all we must have on our mind, because we must keep our mental health. Challenges faced by teachers around the world during the pandemic COVID-19. The education changed forever. We all were learning remotely, blended learning, and learning on digital platforms. We have many lessons from the pandemic. We make many scenarios, we make many new programs, many teachers' academies. So first scenario is back to basic. We will never come back to basic, but we are here on the another scenario called New Deal in Education. That is our ambition plan in future. Digital skills, 21st skill century. If we are not critical thinker, if we are not innovative, if we are not media literacy, ecology literacy, digital literacy, we are not educated professors and we cannot learn our students. So the fourth industrial revolutions bring big changes. If we talk about technology rapidly grows, many billions is invested in technology, and all of us teachers here changing our pedagogical methods in innovative methods and using ICT, information communication technology in our education. We are STEM professors, we all are STEM professors, and our society requires big changes. I2OR technology disrupts our society. Here are many examples. What is happening by 2023, by 2022, by 2024? 1 trillion sensors connected to the internet. But yes, we can talk about this for the future. But the problem is that we have many countries that are not developed and that still don't have internet connection. Also, what we can say here, we have many new things, many new innovative technologies, corporate roads, robotic, Bitcoin in economy, 3D printed cars, 3D printed organs. That is our future. There are many challenges and advantages, and we can talk about machine learning and AI learning, artificial learning. It is an e-learning industry, 47%, and 86% educators said technology should be a core part of education. Here is a modern approach in modern society. International Internship University is the first virtual university all around the globe that invests money in modern and high technology. I2OR has more than 500 courses about SDG, about machine learning, about robotics, and also about everything. Artificial intelligence is a simulation of human intelligence in machines. There are 4 types of artificial intelligence. We can say reactive machines, limited memory, theory mind, and self-awareness. For example, it is problem-solving, speech recognition, that machines are using our mimics, that programs think like a human being. So that is a human intelligence in machines. It is a branch of computer science, a very complex science, and it is really close to machine learning data science. Artificial intelligence is created by humans, but it grows and it is very popular. It is a simulation of natural intelligence in machines. The machines perform human-like tasks. It continues to growing, and we can use it to solve many problems. In the world of technology, everything is going by these machines in every field. So, artificial intelligence courses will learn students about the classic grade of tools. What about technologies? What will be taught? The common subjects are data science, machine learning, Python, deep learning, language processing, and computers. AI repository. That is something that I want to suggest to you and to your students, how you can accelerate progress towards the SDGs. SDGs are incorporated in all fields, in all parts of our life, and also in our education. Blockchain. Blockchain is also a high-end technology. The easy example to explain blockchain is a money transaction from a bank. A user requests a transaction, a block to make a transaction created. We have block broadcasting, then we validate the block and the transaction. The block is added by the chain and we get a transaction. So, artificial intelligence are benefit for our students. Students can achieve all goals streaming by education and getting a degree of diploma that will prove their knowledge. Here are some examples. Personalization, tutoring, quick responses, universal 24/7 access to learning, email spam filters. We are witnesses of email. What is a spam filter and how does it work? Collaboration tool Slack. I want to suggest you to use this Slack and try it in the practice and in your lessons in the school. Games. If we don't have a dose of gamification, we are boring to our students. Online ads and chat bots. Drifts. All of these ads are stalking a new technology. New actions and activity are monitored online. Here is also gamification. Instead of education based on memorization, we all know that first our game was chess. So we come to the model summer. Summer is the conclusion of this high-end technology. It uses Bloom's taxonomy. Redefinition, modification, augmentation, substitutions. Here we have higher order thinking skills and lower order thinking skills. First is remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. I-pedagogy wheel. All what we talk about today is in the middle of this cycle. Then we get active verbs from Bloom. After that are activities. So if you are a singer, you will have activities singing, and then at the end you use a digital tool for your activity. So we learn every day many new digital tools and still are learning. So we must empower our students to take actions. What it means? Learn about action, learn through action, and learn from action. And also to Education 2030, we must take care about all 17 SDGs, 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Here is one example. Digital Entrepreneur Incubator. In Croatia, we have a publishing house for education, Školska knjiga. She goes for the first time with this big project, and this project includes AI. You see, my students make an application called Help Small Business, and it can be a possibility to use and log in, so you can use it without hindrance. And here you see the final result. After the purchase, the application shows us the amount what we paid. It is a real application, and we work on this application 3 months. So teachers and trainers for the future towards the new normal. I can say that I adore technology. I use it every day and every moment. But there is no technology that can replace the living word of the teacher and communication with students face to face. So today we need to support teachers because the education we must educate shape their own and our future. And our teachers are driving force of any society. We are the driving force of any society that strives for progress. So the general conclusion is, yes, the robots and machines are already part of our everyday life, but that is a new reality that must be accepted by everyone. It will be easy for us, for every teacher, if we accept it immediately, because, however, that robots are already used, they are already personal assistants, and our tasks such as teaching, for which there is a strong social preference, and the key and the way for the people to face the new reality. So, thank you for your attention. Big greetings from Croatia. And again, once again, I'm wishing happy Teachers' Day for all teachers, for all professors around the world. Thank you, I2OR. Thank you for this great opportunity. Thank you and bye.
Thanks Professor Nada for your valuable insight on teaching excellence in 21st century through your vast knowledge and experience. Now I would like to invite Dr. John Vincent Pagaddu from Philippines to deliver keynote speech on e-education, the effectiveness of...
Good day everyone, I am Dr. John Vincent Pagaddu from the Philippines. I hope everyone is in good health as we celebrate the World Teachers' Day. Before anything else, I would like first to thank the organizers of this event for choosing me to be a keynote speaker. Also, to all the participants who are with us, thank you for sparing your time. This event has the theme, Teaching Excellence in the 21st Century. As we all know, we are currently facing a global health crisis, which has affected many sectors of our society, including the education system. In effect, the sector of education has explored all the possible innovative means of learning in order to continue all the necessary academic activities. For today, I am honored to share to you the role and importance of online education, focusing on its effectiveness and efficiency in facilitating learning. In the recent years, it has been observed that online platform as a mode of education is increasing in number and variety. In the United States, online college enrollment in both bachelor's and master's degrees increased by 42.59% from 2012 to 2017. That's almost 1 million more online students over the course of 6 years. Although online courses have been welcomed as a great opportunity by a number of students and academicians, others still see online education as less useful than traditional face-to-face courses. This leads us to question, is online education really effective? And can online courses replace traditional classroom teaching? To be able to answer those questions, it is important for us to first understand what education is and how education should be acquired. Education is an integral part not only of an individual's professional success and self-actualization, but also of a society's progress and development. To become educated is much more than just earning a college certificate or diploma. In fact, there is much more to being educated than just simply finishing a course. Education is a lifelong process. It provides individuals the opportunity to learn new concepts, understand new things, and acquire novel ideas based not only on experience, but also on a higher learning methods. Acquiring education is tantamount to accepting opportunities for a more prosperous life. It is so easy to enumerate the myriad of opportunities education may actually provide to an aspiring individual. But how do we acquire education? So there is only one way to acquire proper education, and that is through learning. As such, to become educated, you have to be a good learner. But then, one must bear in mind that learning is not just about acquiring knowledge. It is also about how an individual processes the acquired knowledge and how he applies it to his life. At this modern time, a wide variety of ways to learn are already available. A great deal, in fact, is the advancement of technology, which has paved our way to the innovative means of learning. Technology as an integral part of the education system has widened and expanded its usability. This is in fact evident in the general increase in the number of students engaging with online learning methods. In light of this perspective, it is but crucial also to explore on online education as an innovative way of learning, also to evaluate its effectiveness and to determine to what extent online education can replace traditional classroom setting. Let us first explore on the concept of online education as an innovative way of learning. When something is innovative, it is deemed to be novel in nature, and it addresses vital issues through meaningful approach. Also, something is said to be innovative if it possesses the following three characteristics. First, it is a new approach. Second, it addresses a vital issue. Third, it creates value. Online education as a learning method exhibits these three characteristics. Though it appears to be a novel approach, the advent of online education can be traced back as early as 1900s. However, it is less appreciated in the past and people are skeptic about its effectiveness. With the present global health situation and with the introduction of new normal, online education has subsequently become a novel key player in the new normal in education. Through online education, new and creative ways of learning have been introduced. And with such innovation, a lot of vital global issues were actually addressed. One of these issues is the negative impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic on the education system worldwide. At present, we know that a lot of educational institutions have already closed. This current situation has led students to resort to remote learning so as not to be left behind and to continue their education. Though a lot of people are still in doubt about this non-conventional mode of learning, a number of learners still opted to engage with online education because of the available evidence about its effectiveness. In fact, there was an evidence showing that several issues of students enrolled in the traditional setting were significantly addressed by online education. These issues include rate of retention, high costs of traditional face-to-face education, time consumption, as well as poor engagement and motivation. By addressing these issues, online education has proven its value in the sector of education. Lately, there have been increase in the number of people engaging with online learning methods. With this increase in the trend of online learners, there is a pressing question that arises and challenges the online community of educators. That question is, how effective is online education? There is a concrete evidence that online education is an effective mode of learning. In fact, there are several studies supporting the idea that online education can have a greater provision of learning. In this study by Barbara and colleagues in 2013, it was observed that online learning had an overall positive effect on learning outcomes. Also, the study revealed that online learning and traditional setting were not significantly different. For something to be effective, an appropriate approach should be done to meet the expected outcome. Online education uses innovative approach to achieve the expected result, that is, to acquire, process, and apply knowledge. In this part of our discussion, we will evaluate the different indicators that gauge the effectiveness of online education. There are three indicators that are critical in assessing the effectiveness of online education. These are student satisfaction, student outcome, and student attitude. The first indicator is student satisfaction. A study in the past have found out that students' satisfaction toward online education was remarkably high and stated that online education can be at par with traditional teaching in terms of effectiveness. Student satisfaction is an important indicator of effectiveness as this may predict the learning experience of students. The next indicator is student outcome. Typically, students are assessed through quizzes, examinations, class participations, and classroom performance, among others. Several studies support the idea that online education is effective in making its students perform well in class. In fact, a study in 1997 observed that students attending online education have a higher academic achievement rate compared to the students attending traditional classroom instruction. On the other hand, a study in 1998 stated that there was no significant difference in the educational performance between students attending online education and traditional classroom instruction. One variable that depicts students' outcome is retention rate. It can be denied that online education has a lot of potential to engage students to continue and complete their education. In fact, one study observed that those attending online learning have a higher completion rate compared to those attending the traditional setting. The next and the last indicator is students' attitude. The attitude of students towards online education is an essential factor that predicts the successful acquisition of a positive learning experience. There are several factors that may affect the attitude of students towards online education. One study in 2018 found that gender, age, employment status, as well as the experience of the students in using online technologies were important factors that affect the attitude of students towards online education. At Sophia University, it was found out that students have a positive attitude towards online education. This is consistent with a study done in 2013, in which it was found out that online learners have a significantly positive attitude towards online education. This positivity in the attitude of students were attributed to three factors. These are motivation, convenience, and community and feedback. The first factor is motivation. Students attending an online course are said to be more motivated. They are able to recognize the essence of what they are studying and subsequently establish a positive perception towards learning. The second factor is convenience. Online education allows its students to easily access online educational materials and conveniently plan their study time. This claim has already been affirmed and documented by several studies. The third and the last factor is communication and feedback. Good communication and timely feedback between teachers and students are essential to establish and maintain a positive outlook towards online education. By having a good communication as well as a timely feedback from teachers, online education is able to build up an active learning environment. Also, through constant communication and group discussion, students are able to assimilate ideas, process it, and reflect on how they can apply these concepts to their lives. So, we were able to explore on the various facts and observations on online education as an effective way of learning. This leads us to look into crucial questions. First, could this present revolution and reform towards online education be the catalyst to create a more effective method of learning? Second, could online education replace traditional classroom teaching? We have been used to traditional setting, and we have witnessed its effectiveness in delivering meaningful learning experience. However, the decision of choosing online education or a traditional classroom instruction will still depend on the situation and the need of the learner. At the moment, there is a shift in our way of life because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and the education system is not spared as we know it. With this problem, online education is a great deal that we can have. So, overall, what have we scrutinized? So we were able to observe that online education is not inferior to the traditional setup of teaching. Also, the level of effectiveness of online education, as supported by several studies, is significantly remarkable. As such, given the present global health situation, online education is our best option and is a preferable alternative to traditional classroom setting. In conclusion, therefore, we can say that online education as an innovative way of learning is not only efficient but also effective and has a potential or even preferable to replace the traditional classroom setting given the present global situation. As educators and researchers, our role in the field of education is to bring honor and excellence closer to the students and learners. Online education is a great deal to do this. All we have to do now is to explore the full potential of online education. That would be all. These were my references. Before I end this discussion, may I first quote Nelson Mandela, who said, "Education is a powerful tool to change the world." It is true that a good education can change anyone. But remember, a good teacher can change everything. So, to all the educators out there, go the extra mile and make a difference. Thank you so much, and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. John Vincent, for the wonderful presentation on effectiveness of online education. It was really interesting and meaningful with today's theme of session. Moving ahead, I would like to invite Ms. Rania Lampu from Greece to deliver keynote speech on teaching excellence in 21st century.
Greetings from Greece. My name is Rania Lampu. I'm a global educator, STEM instructor, founder of many international humanitarian STEM projects, author of scientific book for kids, and global peace ambassador. My topic today will be STEM skills in the 21st century education, because I strongly believe that STEM is the future of education. So we are in the age of the fourth industrial revolution, which is changing the world around us with artificial intelligence, big data, Internet of Things. The main challenges are related to the exponential growth of digital tools that include robots, communication systems, data centers, and the impact on jobs and industry that these tools are creating is huge. However, they present also huge opportunities to tap, because we need highly skilled but at the same time flexible, emotionally and socially intelligent manufacturing professionals that can solve tomorrow's problems already from today. So futurizing education for building a workforce for industry of the fourth industrial revolution, Industry 4.0, will need a more robust professional framework. Education plays an important role in ensuring the skill readiness of the labor force. So to take full advantage of the opportunity created by advanced technology, we need a similar revolution in education. This calls for developing education 4.0 that addresses the needs of the fast developing world around us. Unfortunately, most schools and colleges were still teaching subjects in the traditional way, the same old course content. So any discussion on the future of work should go hand in hand with the discussion of the future of curriculum, and also about those who eventually deliver it, such as teachers and faculties. Industry 4.0 has also a lot of opportunities for academic institutions to upgrade themselves to the next level. So as the economy shifts to what we call a more knowledge-intensive industry, we must meet the existing demand for skills and develop the skills of those who will drive technological change and productivity. A competitive STEM-based skills is vital to our future. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Mathematics, and STEM projects focus on inquiry, student-led investigations through open-ended real-life problems and hands-on activities empower students to become out-of-the-box thinkers and creators. By implementing STEM through projects in education, students acquire critical thinking skills, they are involved in the process of solving authentic problems, they learn to collaborate in teamwork. In addition, decision-making and communication skills should be among the main goals of STEM education, and of course STEM education reflects 21st century skills, the 4 C's as we call: communication, collaboration, critical thinking, creativity. And what are the characteristics, the attributes of STEM educated students? They are problem solvers, the innovators and inventors, they are self-reliant, they are technologically literate. The principles of STEM learning are the following. Learning should be a lifelong process. Learning should include everyday experiences. Educators and students should be involved in research. Broader sociocultural and political factors should be considered. New technologies should define the content and practices of STEM. So this provides students with confidence and competence to function effectively as informed citizens. They can participate in democratic decision making, and these skills are necessary in the 21st century in order for people to deal with modern life complex situations. And these capabilities need to be developed in people from an early age. However, STEM remains a misleading curriculum concept. It is not an integrated reality in schools anywhere in the world, and STEM integration is not well understood by teachers so far. What are the new trends in education of the 4th industrial revolution? How this is related to STEM education? First of all, learning can be taking place anytime, anywhere. So e-learning tools offer great opportunities for remote self-paced learning. Learning will be personalized to individual students. The students will be introduced to harder tasks only after a certain mastery level is achieved. Students should have a choice in defining how they want to learn, so their needs, their interests, their age should be taken into consideration when we design curriculum. Students should be exposed to project-based learning and of course to more hands-on experiences. Hands-on learning through field experiences, chapters, intensive mentoring, project collaborative projects. And of course we're talking about new and innovative methods of assessment. If we degrade A in the acronym STEM, we're talking about STEAM. Why? Because very recently arts have also been incorporated into STEM teaching, making this project even more creative and interesting. STEAM is an educational, interdisciplinary approach that aims to promote research spirit, logical thinking, and create social skills. Emphasis is placed on empirical, exploratory, discovery learning, autonomy, and active participation of students through trial and errors in a series of interactive projects that incorporate the 5 fields of STEM and STEAM. And the acquisition of basic skills through STEAM projects prepares young people for the future, because STEM learning is framed in the daily life of young people outside the classroom. And what are the technologies that can promote STEAM education? Virtual reality, clickers and keyboards, flipped classroom, cloud computing, Internet of Things. So how I got involved in the magical world of STEM? As a flexible zone teacher in Greece is a discipline that allows primary school students to implement interdisciplinary projects. So I had the chance to participate in a very innovative pioneering program was organized by CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, which concerns teaching of modern physics, in particular particle physics, to primary school students. And this program is based on recent research according to which very young children should be exposed to the world of science. So this program actually focuses on experiments conducted by students themselves with everyday simple materials that they can find in their home, their house, or in the classroom. And in this way, students become familiar with complicated scientific concepts as well as the latest developments in the field of particle physics research. The goal of this program is to enable primary school students, primary school teachers to invent innovative scenarios and lesson plans to motivate their students and enrich the curriculum at the same time, to get acquainted with new teaching approaches based on hands-on activities and experiments, diffuse the knowledge they acquired at certain installations to their colleagues, peers and local communities, and very important to feel confident when they teach science. The main challenge I had to face was, of course, related to the Greek curriculum. It does not include modern physics, so I had to redesign the syllabus and be innovative and creative. I used materials that motivated my students' creativity, such as Lego, clay, cardboard, etc. And another challenge was that I should teach particle physics to very young children, therefore I had to come up with activities suitable for their age and their interests. New technologies such as 3D printers made a significant contribution, and children were very enthusiastic about science. A great outcome of these activities is the production of original digital material about physics, and I think it's valuable material for everyone who is interested in science and in physics in particular. In parallel, I am also an active member, a STEM instructor at the Greek Astronomy Space Company, and I participate in organization, presentation of lectures, seminars, conferences, STEM workshops. We are collaborating towards the popularization of complex concept of astronomy for the layperson and especially the privileged children and adults. And very often when weather conditions are suitable, we organize astronauts and sky observations. We have a great impact on participants, especially children. So we use space teams to increase students' interest in science, enhance their scientific literacy, and improve the skills in STEM. Our training programs include some online and in-person lectures and workshops about the presentation of astronomical topics in the classroom, examination of multimedia curriculum materials, hands-on classroom laboratory experiments, and their students have the chance to experiment with new learning inquiry-based activities using simple and commonly found materials and objects to increase their engagement level. And what is the instructional design, the curriculum model I adopt when I teach STEM? Actually, I adopt a model or eclectic model that integrates elements from various learning theories and methodologies, such as inquiry or challenge-based learning, project-based learning, problem-based learning. And also, we're talking about interdisciplinarity, process automatic integration, because all thematic sections, for instance, in the same program were holistically approached through the involvement of a variety of disciplines, such as astronomy, physics, chemistry, arts, mythology, history, literature. And the new technologies also made a significant contribution to the implementation of the programs. High technology machines, 3D printers were used, and students made actually miracles. They presented particle seamless detector through a variety of techniques and materials, with Lego, with wood, through paintings, through gastronomy, etc. And I'm also founder of many international STEM projects implemented most in Africa and Asia, promoting positive peace. And also here in Greece, I am a volunteer teaching STEM to students, the privileged students, such as refugees, students with special education needs in children's ecological hospital. For this project, I was selected among the best teachers in the world. I have so far over 100 awards, and also I was selected as a global icon and as among 100 the most successful women in the world. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye.
Thank you, Ms. Rania Lampu, for your valuable thoughts on teaching excellence in 21st century. I2OR International Teaching Excellency Awards 2021 recognizes excellence and milestones achieved by teachers. We have received 791 nominations for the envied awards and 58 profiles were selected for the coveted recognition. Let us begin the proceedings by recognizing the awardees on their special day. A big round of applause for respected teachers who have kept their spirits high amid pandemic and made outstanding contribution through innovative pedagogies in their classroom physically and virtually. It's time to recognize our teachers. Our first awardee is Dr. G. Rabia Jahani Farzana from Tamil Nadu. Our next awardee is Dr. S. Prabhakaran from Tamil Nadu. Our next awardee is Dr. Rashmi G. Bade from Maharashtra. Our next awardee is Professor Prasad Baban Dhore from Maharashtra. Our next awardee is Dr. Rohit Sachdeva from Punjab. Our next awardee is Dr. P.K. Uma Maheshwari, Tamil Nadu. Our next awardee is Dr. R. Sivaraman from Tamil Nadu. Our next awardee is Mr. Nitin Mishra from Uttarakhand. Our next awardee is Dr. Vijay Dheer from Punjab. Our next awardee is Dr. Harpreet Kaur from Punjab. Our next awardee is Miss Rania Lampu from Greece. Our next awardee is Dr. P.V. Venkateshwara Rao from Andhra Pradesh. Our next awardee is Dr. M.M. Saravanan from Tamil Nadu. Our next awardee is Dr. Pratap Kumar Patra, Telangana. Our next awardee is Dr. G. Uma from Tamil Nadu. Our next awardee is Miss V. Lalitha Devi from Tamil Nadu. Our next awardee is Dr. V. Upendran from Tamil Nadu. Our next awardee is Dr. Divakar Agarwal from Haryana. Our next awardee is Miss V. Anjali from Tamil Nadu. Our next awardee is Miss Sharon from Tamil Nadu. Our next awardee is Professor Nada Retkovic from Croatia. Our next awardee is Dr. Poonam Panghal from Rajasthan. Our next awardee is Dr. G. N. Vivekananda from Andhra Pradesh. Our next awardee is Dr. M. Balasubramanian from Tamil Nadu. Our next awardee is Dr. K. Ramesh Rao from Andhra Pradesh. Our next awardee is Dr. Kona Kanti Bhargavi from Andhra Pradesh. Our next awardee is Dr. E. Purnima from Andhra Pradesh. Our next awardee is Professor Atrai Chatterjee from West Bengal. Our next awardee is Mr. Amit Kumar Sharma from Uttarakhand. Our next awardee is Dr. Malathi Ravindran R from Tamil Nadu. Our next awardee is Dr. Anu Antony from Kerala. Our next awardee is Miss Ekta Singha Roy from West Bengal. Our next awardee is Dr. Sachin Mishra from Punjab. Our next awardee is Dr. R. Vidva Kalyani from Tamil Nadu. Our next awardee is Dr. Tasneem K. H. Khan from Maharashtra. Our next awardee is Engineer Vatan from Haryana. Our next awardee is Dr. John Vincent Pagadu from Philippines. Our next awardee is Dr. C. Sasikala from Andhra Pradesh. Our next body is Mr. Uday Kumar U from Tamil Nadu. Our next body is Dr. P. Susila from Tamil Nadu. Our next body is Mr. Sushil George Joseph from Kerala. Our next body is Dr. Sudhakar Singh from Madhya Pradesh. Our next body is Professor Dr. L.K. Atri from Haryana. Our next body is Mr. Naren J from Karnataka. Our next body is Dr. Harvinder Singh from Punjab. Our next body is Dr. V. Kannan from Tamil Nadu. Our next body is Dr. C. Vinodhini from Tamil Nadu. Our next body is Dr. K. Arulanandam from Tamil Nadu. Our next body is Dr. Suresh S. from Tamil Nadu. Our next body is Miss Soumya Koshi from Kerala. Our next body is Miss Harpreet Kaur from Punjab. Our next body is Dr. Hari Devasod from Telangana. Our next body is Miss Aruna Animesh Pavite from Maharashtra. Our next body is Mr. Mahalingam PR from Kerala. Our next body is Miss Y. Esther Rita from Tamil Nadu. Our next body is Dr. Chaitali Tapas Chakraborty from Maharashtra. Our next body is Dr. V. Deepa from Tamil Nadu. Last but not the least, our next body is Dr. M. Suresh from Tamil Nadu.
All good things come to an end. Before concluding, I would like to invite Engineer Tanveer Singh, who is National Geographic Certified Educator, Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert and Master Trainer and Socio-Environmental Researcher. Let us invite him for a concluding remark on the occasion of World Teachers' Day.
Hello everyone, I would like to congratulate all the respected teachers who received the I2OR International Teaching Excellence Awards 2021 on the occasion of World Teachers' Day. On behalf of I2OR India, I would like to wish you all happy World Teachers' Day and encourage you to keep the spirit high in transforming the lives of students, because it is very rightly said that the influence of teacher can never be erased, and the best teachers teach from the heart, not from the book. Once again, congratulations to all the award winners and wish you all the best to become the educational lighthouses. Looking forward to meet you all on 25th of December 2021 during 7th International Conference VIRSD in association with Centre for Smart Modern Construction, Western Sydney University, Australia, with the participation from around 30+ countries. Thank you.